Everyone you meet is performing. The face they show you at the coffee shop, in the meeting, at the party. It's a mask, and most people never learn to see behind it. But some people can. In the first 5 seconds of meeting a stranger, they already know who they're dealing with. Today, you're going to become one of those people. By the end of this video, you'll be able to look at someone, a coworker, a date, a stranger on the street, and know almost instantly what they're hiding. This isn't a personality quiz. This isn't small talk advice. This is dark psychology, the uncomfortable patterns hidden underneath everyday behavior. The signals people don't know they're giving off. Stay until the end. Sign number 4 is the one almost nobody notices, and it's the most dangerous one on this list. Let's begin. Sign 1, the one who is always joking. You know this person. Every conversation, every silence, every tense moment. They fill it with a joke. You'd assume that's a sign of confidence, of warmth, of someone easy to be around. But watch closer. Constant joking is often a shield, a way to control a room before the room can control them. When someone always needs to be funny, ask yourself, what are they avoiding being asked? Researchers who study humor and social behavior have found something strange. People who joke compulsively, especially in serious moments, are frequently using comedy to deflect vulnerability. The joke isn't connection. It's distance, disguised as connection. Think about the last time you tried to have a real conversation with the funny one in your life. Did they ever actually answer you? Or did they turn your question into a punchline? That's not charm. That's control. The most dangerous people rarely look dangerous. They look entertaining. Here's a question worth sitting with. If someone can't stop performing, even for you, even alone with you, do you actually know them at all? Sign 2, the one who talks too much. Silence makes some people uncomfortable. Not a little uncomfortable. Unbearably uncomfortable. So they fill it. With stories. With details nobody asked for. With explanations that go 3 sentences past where they needed to stop. It looks like openness. It's often the opposite. A person who overtalks is frequently trying to outrun their own anxiety. Every extra sentence is a way of controlling how you perceive them before you can form your own opinion. It's not confidence, it's damage control, running in real time. Studies on nervous speech patterns have shown that over-explaining often correlates with a fear of being misunderstood, or a fear of being caught in something. The talking isn't generosity, it's a pressure valve. Notice this the next time you meet someone who answers a simple question with a 5-minute story. They're not being friendly, they're managing you. The quietest person in the room is usually the one in control of it. Sign 3, the one who avoids eye contact. This one feels obvious, and that's exactly why it's dangerous. Because it's so obvious, people stop paying attention to how it actually happens. It's not just about someone refusing to look at you, it's about when they refuse. Watch for the moment eye contact breaks. Not during small talk, during the specific question, the one that actually mattered. That break, that half-second flick away, is one of the oldest tells in human behavior. It shows up across cultures, across contexts, in liars, and in people simply hiding something they're ashamed of. The eyes disconnect right when the truth gets close. Here's the twist almost nobody talks about. Some people learn to fake eye contact. They stare too hard, too long, almost performing honesty. That's not innocence either. That's overcorrection. Someone who knows the tell and is trying to beat it. So the real skill isn't just watch their eyes. It's watch for the moment their eyes change. Ask yourself, the last time someone couldn't hold your gaze, did you actually notice when it happened? Or did you just feel it and let it go? Most people feel the lie. Almost nobody catches the moment. Sign 4, the one who speaks slowly. This is the sign almost nobody watches for, and it's the one that should concern you most. Fast talkers get caught. Their words trip over their thoughts. But slow talkers, the deliberate ones, the ones who pause before every sentence like they're choosing each word from a shelf, they're rarely reacting. They're calculating. A slow, measured way of speaking can be a sign of genuine calm. It can also be a sign of someone constantly running a second conversation in their head, one where they're deciding what version of the truth you're allowed to hear. Notice how a slow talker responds to a question that catches them off guard. Do they still pause the same way? Or does the rhythm suddenly change? Speed up, stumble, then slow back down once they've recovered? That shift is the tell, not the slowness itself. The break in the slowness. People who are always in control of their pace are often people who have learned somewhere that control is safer than honesty. Sign 5, the one who dresses flashy. This last one isn't about fashion. It's about what fashion is doing for them. Everyone dresses to say something. But there's a difference between dressing to express yourself and dressing because you need to be seen. Watch for the second kind. The outfit that seems built for a reaction. The accessories that seem to exist just to be noticed, complimented, remembered. That need to be seen constantly by everyone all the time. Often isn't about style. It's about an emptiness that external attention is being used to fill. Compliments become a kind of fuel, and when the fuel runs low, the behavior escalates. Louder outfits, bigger stories, more attention because the last amount wasn't enough. This isn't about judging how anyone dresses. It's about noticing the difference between someone who dresses for themselves and someone who's dressing for you because they need something from you. Here's the pattern underneath all 5 of these signs, if you haven't caught it yet. None of them are really about jokes or talking or eyes or pacing or clothing. They're all about the same thing, where someone puts their energy when they think no one is really watching. The joke, the story, the glance away, the pause, the outfit, they're not the message. They're the leak. The place where the real thing underneath slips out just for a second before the mask goes back on. Before we close, one more, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Watch someone who copies your posture, your tone, your exact words, handed back to you a few seconds later. A small amount of mirroring is natural. It's how humans build rapport. But when it's constant, when every opinion you share gets echoed back almost word for word, that's not connection. That's someone studying you. Learning what you want to hear in real time so they can hand it back to you and earn your trust faster than trust is usually earned. The fastest way to feel understood is dangerous, because the fastest way to feel understood is also the easiest way to be studied. None of these signs on their own mean someone is dangerous or lying or hiding something terrible. A person can joke because they're happy, talk a lot because they're excited, dress boldly because they simply love color. The pattern only matters when you see more than one, when the jokes never stop, and the eyes never hold, and the pace changes right when it matters most. That's not a coincidence anymore. That's a pattern, and patterns are the only thing dark psychology ever really teaches you to see. Most people go their entire lives reading only what someone says. Almost no one learns to read what someone does while they're saying it. That gap between the words and the behavior underneath them is where the truth always lives. It was never hidden. It was just never watched for. Now you know where to look. If this changed the way you'll look at the next person you talk to, that's the whole point of this channel. Hit like so this reaches more people who need to see behind the mask. Subscribe if you want to keep learning what most people never notice. And share this with the one friend who always needs to hear the quiet part out loud. See you in the next one.